Hi guys, today we will see how to spin up a virtual machine in Azure services. So we will select the virtual machine, create, and the first one, the virtual machine. So after selecting the create a virtual machine option, we will get subscription, add Azure subscription one. What is a resource group? A resource group is a collection of resources that share the same lifecycle permission and policies. And after that, we have to provide a name, Jan machine. Okay, and after that ability zone is preferred zone 1, and the image Ubuntu service server 24.04 long-term support is auto selected free service eligibility. Sometimes you will not get this option auto selected, and you have to change the this reason, and you have to try all the regions one by one. So for beginners, this Azure free service is a little bit tricky, not as good as AWS. I would say that. Sometimes you will get this thing pre-filled, or sometimes you have to manually search in all the regions. It takes time. So next, for the next step, you have to select the disk networking management monitoring advanced tag, or you can directly click the review and create. So after clicking the review and create, the Azure services is searching or validating your request, and it will take around 30 seconds, sometimes even more. In this aspect, I would say that AWS is better than Azure as far as I have experience in last one year. So here we will get the details of the price. The charge is around 0.0132 USD per hour. What we are getting here, Ubuntu server 24.04 Gen 2, architecture x64, size 1 virtual CPU and 1 GB memory, and SSH public key. If you have not created the public this SSH public key, you can create. You have to create, and then select the create button. So there is some unpredictable nature of Azure. Sometimes you will get the emails preferred selected. Otherwise, you have to search for around 15 minutes in every region. So let's wait. I think there is some issue here. We have to manually select the SSH key, and here we have to select our key is already stored. So this is my key, which is already previously created by me. That I have to select now. Review and create, and this time this Azure services is validating my request, and now let's create. This thing is a little bit slow, and now my virtual machine request is initialized, and the deployment process for the resource group Gen resources in progress. Let's wait and watch for a few seconds. So all the steps are successfully created. Deployment is in progress. Microsoft network is created. NSG is created, and Gen machine IP is generated. Operational details. So the deployment is complete. So let's go to our resource. Instead of resource. we must widget our deployment. Okay, let's see what's inside our resource group. So resource group is responsible for creating all the services on the Azure platform. So user request will go to resource group and resource group will validate all the user request, and then if the request is successfully validated, then only your virtual machine or any other services whatever is provided by Azure is provided to you. So let's check out this. Now let's connect to the Jan machine. This is the resource group. I think we have to visit something else. No, this is the thing. That's a such command path. Copy this SSH command path and go to the location where you have saved your SSH key and open command prompt, and here right click and change this to your now enter. So asking for you want to connect or save your fingerprint, say yes. Permanently added this IP address to our known hosts, and we are successfully logged in as. So that's all. We are successfully logged into our Azure virtual machine. Now let's clear the screen, create a file. Say that first.txt. A new file is created using touch command. Now let's open this first.txt using vi command text editor, and now press insert key and hello Jan. Hello to our subscribers. Here you will get cloud multi-cloud platform content. Thanks for subscribing. Now press escape, double quote, colon, double Q, enter. Cat first.txt. Now, so here is the content of this first.txt file. Now, I want to write the content of this first.txt file into a new file. So .txt. The content of this first.txt file will be copied into this file. But the first.txt is not found. Really? Out.txt is not. Well, this one ls vi how.txt. Yeah, nothing. Docker. Let's install Docker. Sudo apt install docker.py. Not available. Another package missing, obsolete. Docker.io. Sudo apt install docker.io is not working. So let's create a file. Such docker.sh. Let's create, I created a file rm first.txt out.txt. Alas, now we have only one file left, vi docker.sh. So now let's search in my GitHub for microservices Docker project, and a video related to this microservices project is already on my channel. Go check it out. So here is the docker.sh file. I'll copy this all these commands and right click the text. This is a bash script. cpan here, cpan script. Here is update command. After that, all the certificates check. And after that, we are downloading Docker from this link. Then update, we will check the gas policy and providing the chmod executable command. Okay, let's scale wq and provide the executable command externally again. And now we will execute this shell script. So what will happen? The Docker will successfully stored or installed in this Azure Virtual Machine, and using this Docker we will install the Jenkins. So what is Jenkins? 75, 85%. What is Jenkins? Let's check it out. Jenkins. Jenkins is an open source automation server. It helps automate the part of software development related to building, testing, and deploying, and facilitating continuous integration and continuous delivery. Well, that's in short. We will see more in action. So till now, this Docker installation is in process. Meanwhile, we will go through this Wikipedia link. What is Jenkins? It is a server-based system that runs in servlet containers such as Apache Tomcat or by default as a standalone web application. But we can run this Jenkins using Docker container. So let's check it out. Jenkins Docker official image. Jenkins Docker official image. And let's check it out. The JDK 17. We will go with JDK 17 command. What is this? Here, Docker pull. So everything is successfully. Let's check the Docker dash version. Version 24.0.2 is successfully installed. Now let's pull the Jenkins long-term support JDK 17. Meanwhile, I will open my notepad. Here I have saved the commands for. So meanwhile, I will open my notepad commands here. I've stored my command, few commands related to Docker. So the Docker image is successfully pulled by Azure Virtual Machine. Docker images. Here is the Jenkins long-term support. It is 17. Now we need to run the Jenkins in the background, that is in detached mode. So for this, so this is the Docker command for running this Jenkins in detached mode. D is the flag, /D is the flag used to denote in detached mode, means in background. /lam is providing the Jenkins name to this container. /p is the port 8080 on host is connecting to 8080 on container. This is for master Jenkins and P 50,000 to 50,000 on host to container for Jenkins agent of slave. After that, we are providing this tag. All right, let's execute this command and we have successfully created the container, but let's check out docker ps minus hyphen a. So we have successfully created the container, but the port 8080 and port 50,000 is not added in the Azure. So we still can't access this container as port 8080 and port 50,000 is still not added in the inbound rules of this Azure Virtual Machine. So let's go to network setting, wait some time, and you will see this is the public address, and we can put here after that 8080. We will be unable to access our container on this port because the inbound rules doesn't include the port number 80. Right now we are including the ports 8080 source. Anyone can access this thing and add this thing. See, and provide the name Jenkins master priority is 310. We will discuss what's priority in our next session. So here we go and say that in now we will actually able to see the Jenkins from here. Add one more inbound rule for 50,000. Provide the name Jenkins agent and here we will get the login. So how this is the login page of Jenkins. We will get the password in this location inside the container. But as we already executed the container in detached mode, therefore we are unable to see the password. For this, we have to execute a command using which we can get the password. This is the Docker execute in interactive mode, Jenkins and cat. Yes, I will explain this command here. So Docker execute slash IT dash IT means interactive mode. Jenkins is the container name. After that cat means we are printing the password that is stored in this path. Let's see. And this is the password for this admin password. And we are successfully logged in into